Hello, I'm Dr. Russell Dawn, President of Concordia University Chicago. Thank you for tuning in to today's Cougar Athletics broadcast. We take great pride in the strength of both our athletic and academic programs, which are rooted in our steadfast commitment to Jesus Christ. Dedicated to the liberal arts as a foundation of a high-quality college degree, we believe education should form individuals for service to their neighbors. This makes Concordia Chicago an exciting and fulfilling place to study, work, learn, and grow. Learn more today by visiting cuchicago.edu. Thank you, and go Cougars!
starting lineup for the Muskies. In goal, number 1, Hallie Rich. Number 3, Riley Gonke. Number 4, Marlon Reyes. Number 9, Quinn Mansfield. Number 11, Hannah Brock. Number 17, Allison Stolberg-Tyler. Number 20, Ellie Raw. Number 21, Brianna Love. Number 22, Amy Hill. Number 24, Jenna Catarino. Runkel. The Muskies are coached by Heather Robar. In her first year, assisted by Lexi McDonald and Kyle Quintel. And now, the starting lineup for your Concordia Chicago Cougars! In goal, a senior from Carpentersville, Illinois, number 1, Cassie Salenzi. A junior from Helena, Montana, number 2, Hannah Bauer. A junior from St. Louis, Missouri, number 3, Allie Brown. A senior from Naples, Florida, number 4, Brittany Chancellor. A senior from New Lenox, Illinois, number 6, Megan Shelton. A junior from Cicero, Illinois, number 10, Madeline Loza. A sophomore from Burbank, Illinois, number 12, Valeria Fernandez. A junior from Lake in the Hills, Illinois, number 13, Lucia Follow. A sophomore from New Lenox, Illinois, number 17, Melika Kenworthy. A senior from Bartonville, Illinois, number 24, Shelby Sims. And a junior from Arlington Heights, Illinois, number 31, Jamie Sievers. The Cougars are coached by Eddie Garza in his first season, assisted by Janet Lorena. We'd also like to welcome members of CUC's faculty and staff joining the Cougars on the sideline. Ladies and gentlemen, we can ask everyone to please rise and remove your caps to honor America, the men and women of our military and our first responders, with the playing of our national anthem.
From beautiful River Forest, we welcome you to Concordia Stadium as we get set for another Northern Athletics Collegiate Conference matchup. This time, the Muskies of Lakeland make the trip to River Forest to take on the Cougars of Concordia University Chicago as both teams look to grab their first conference win. Hello, everyone. My name is Rafael Indos alongside Peter Barkowski. And Peter, Both teams are looking to finally break through and win their first conference game of the year.
Well, and for the Cougars, they're still looking to win their first game of the year. Coach Eddie Garza, first season at the helm here at CUC, looking for his first win in the maroon and gold. Cougars rolling into today's match 0-4-3 overall, 0-3-1 in conference play. Meanwhile, we look at the visiting Muskies, 3-6 overall, 0-4 within conference play. They are currently on a 5-game skid. That dates all the way back to September 11th with their 3-0 loss at Lawrence. Their most recent loss came this past Saturday at Aurora. They lost that game 2-0. Meanwhile, the Cougars, they've lost 3 in a row. They've lost to Edgewood, Aurora, and most recently St. Norbert College. That was this past Friday. That was senior day here at Concordia, honoring the 6 seniors on this CUC roster. They dropped that game to the Green Knights, 1-0. But the highlight of that game, or really something to look at, is that was a season high in shots for the Cougars. They had 22 shots that game. They're currently just averaging 10.29 shots per game, so that number of 22 is a step in the right direction for the Cougars offense, who's really struggling to put goals in the back of the net this year, only scoring 4 so far this season. If they can get those shots numbers up again this game, you got to figure at least a couple of them are going to fall their way.
They have a chance today against a Lakeland team that, despite winning 3 of their first 4 games, they have been outscored in the past 4 games by a combined score of about 20 goals to 1. But here we go. We are off and running here, of course, in the first half. Cougars in the traditional all-white maroon lettering going from right to left. Then you have the Muskies of Lakeland in the navy blue going from left to right.
Well, I like this already from the Cougars. It wasn't a great chance, but just putting something on net to open the game up. Get the Lakeland goalie, Haley Rich, thinking already. Cougars are going to need to do their best in just putting stuff on net, because when your offense is struggling like theirs are, sometimes you just got to keep sending stuff towards the goal and hope that you get a lucky bounce here or there.
Today could be the day, however. Starting lineups for both teams. Lakeland, they're starting 6 defenders on the pitch compared to only the 4 of the Cougars. So in large part, look throughout most of the game, Lakeland to play more of the park the bus type of defensive style, in which throughout the majority of the game they will lay back and hopefully not concede. Otherwise, shall they concede, their whole tactical plan goes to waste.
Well, this is a Lakeland team who struggled a little defensively this year. 2.44 goals allowed per game from their opponent. That number for the Cougars, that's all the way down to 1.57. Cougars defense has been strong all season. You can think a lot of that to the keep in net for the Cougars senior Cassie Salenzi. 1.48 goals against average, 839 save percentage on the season. Even while her offense is struggling, she's a big reason some of these scores are not getting out of hand.
Indeed. She came into the day with a save percentage of nearly 84%. That's Lindsay. We'll kick it away. Lakeland, despite having 17 goals on the year, if you exclude their 12-0 win at the beginning of the year against Mount Mary, since then they've only scored 5 goals since. Only 1 goal in each of their 6 losses combined.
Conference plays when you really see what teams are made of. You can schedule to play really against whoever you want before you get to conference, but once you get to those games that you need to play every year, that's when you really see what your team is made of, and that's where Lakeland's really struggled this year. Like you said, Rafael, good record out of conference to start the year off. Wins against Mount Mary, Finlandia, and Maranatha Baptist, but currently sitting 0-4 in conference play.
The pass there to Fernandez, out of the reach. It'll be a throw-in for Lakeland. Both of these teams came into today in conference as in the 2 teams in the bottom 4 in the standings. So a win here today will put them out of the cellar dweller. Here comes Hannah Bowers, her first touch of the game. She leaves it along right there to Jamie Siebert.
When we look at those conference standings, a little CUC currently sitting at 11th with their 0-4-3, 0-3-1 records. Meanwhile, Lakeland, they're 1 spot behind the Cougars at 12, 3-6, 0-4. So one team will have a chance to maybe move up a spot or two if things go right here. The only other team above these two who's winless in the conference is Benedictine. They're ranked 10th right now. And then spots 9 through 1 obviously all have a win in conference.
First shot of the game will go off the foot there, Mendoza, and it goes wide. And it'll be a goal kick.
Well, you see an interesting decision from Coach Garza to start the game. Mendoza getting her first start of the year. She's appeared in all 7 games so far this season, but she's getting her first chance at the starting lineup in this one. And she had a good game this past Saturday against St. Norbert College. 40 minutes on the field, 5 shots. Couldn't find any of them on goal, however, but creating offense nonetheless. She was the second leading point scorer on the team last season with 7. And I think Coach Garza, after seeing what she did against St. Norbert, is going to try and get her the start here, see if he can get her any kind of momentum.
Here's Megan Shelton, number 6, currently in control of the ball. Passes it downfield to Falone, loses possession, trying to recover it, and does, and gives it off right there to Kenworthy, who'll boot it away. Off the head of Allie Brown. Now Lakeland will look to sort of take control in possession. They don't, as Kenworthy kicks up for knee. Good move there by Lucia Falone. Now Sieber down the right side of the wing. Gets past 2 Lakeland defenders. Sieber tries to cross it in. It'll be the end result. It'll be a corner for Cougars.
Good job there by Brianna Love back on defense. Nice move by Siebert to get some momentum towards the net, but Love able to get slightly in front of her, kick out that right foot to get that ball out of bounds.
So it'll be the game's opening corner, both teams.
And getting corner kicks, something the Cougars struggled with a little so far this year, only averaging 2.71 corner kicks a game. That's ranked 12th in the NAC. So being able to get that ball down and get a good opportunity like this, definitely on the agenda.
Outswinging corner, and it's going to fall to Shelton. Then to Bowers. Still can't get it away, and it falls in the back of the net, and the Cougars are off to a 1-0 lead. Just what the team needed desperately.
Well, we're going to need to watch the replay of this one, because there's just a mass of bodies in front of the net. That ball spent a good, I'd say almost 5 to 10 seconds, closer to 5, bouncing around in the areas. We saw the replay on your screen. Still can't really make out who exactly got that goal. We'll wait for the official score. They're giving it to Hannah Bowers right now, and think that one will stand, but good effort by the Cougars. Good little strategy there. Just load up in front of the net, send the ball there, and just keep kicking away. Hope something found the back of the net, and luckily for Hannah Bowers, it did. First goal on the year for the junior. It's also her first goal in her career, so congratulations to the Helena, Montana native on that achievement, but she's got her team off and running with a 1-0 lead right now.
And they look to extend the lead here. Sieber back pedals. Get off to the Falone, who immediately gives it off again. Kenworthy now in control of it. Blocking the way right there from Marlon Reyes. Good job there by Sieber to keep her feet going. Now looks like Lakeland will have it now. Brown and Love, who gives it off right there to Brock. Brock passes well read there by the Cougar defender.
Well, coming into today, Lakeland allowed an even 11 goals in each half so far this year. So not significantly better defensively in the first or second half of games. But nonetheless, a good start here for the Cougars. You know, when your offense is struggling, you can get an early one up on the board just to show that that offense does have some life in it. It's always a plus way to start a game.
Be a goal kick here for the keeper, Kazi Salenzi. Already 6 shots within the opening 10 minutes. We mentioned in their previous game the Cougars had against Say Norwood, they had 22 shots. Already they have 6. So they continue the momentum from last time out. Ball is going to land right there. Picked by Chancellor. Now Chancellor trying to sprint ahead. However, stop right there by the keeper, Haley Rich. Slow now in space. Up to the Sieber. Sieber gets past the defender, tries to cut across the middle, now does on her right foot. Sieber takes a shot. A far angle, and good save there by Rich.
Well, first save of the game for Rich. We've talked about Salenzi a little. Let's look at Rich's numbers coming into today. So far, senior for the Muskies, 9 games played, 21 goals allowed, 81 saves. That's good for a .794 save percentage, of 2.6 goals against average. She's played in 1 solo shutout. She's played in 2 combined shutouts so far this year.
Here's Loza now. Trying to get past the defender on her own. Does. Trying to pass it in the box. Cleared away at the moment. However, Loza gets it back. Then Brown boots it up in. And an opportunity potentially for Sieber. Can't get there. Chancellor has a shot. Blocked on the way through. Loza. Passes it away right there. And cleared away by the defender, Riley Yankee, number 3.
Well, having all these defenders back in their own third for Lakeland, I mean, it just puts a lot of bodies in front of the net, and maybe that's good for shot blocking and creating some jams, but when you're trying to clear the ball, as Lakeland was trying to do right there, it has the same effect. They just had so many players in the vicinity, they had a hard time finding open space to get that ball out, so you know, maybe it'll have the desired effect of just jamming up the middle, struggling, get the Cougars struggling to get stuff on net, but it goes both ways as well.
There's a team that loves to park the boss. However, when being down as they are right now, it makes life miserable for them and when they are in need of a goal. Now Bowers crosses it in, cleared away right there by Love. It'll be a throw-in. And falling to the ground right there was Loza, and it'll just end up in a goal kick. Lakeland, of course, head coached by Heather Robert in her first year, and then for the Cougars, Eddie Garza in his first year as well. Both head coaches in search of their first conference win, or from Eddie Garza's point of view, his first win. Shot there by Brown, and a little shot right there falls easily into the gloves of Rich. Now she boots it away. Gonna fall on the head there of Malone. And there to pick it up is Sieber. There goes Sieber, the junior. Still trying to get past Yankee. Now he's up there to Loza. Loza crosses it in. Attempted header right there. By chance, it got blocked on the way through by Ellie Raw, number 20. Ball will fall this time to Megan Shelton, who gives it off right there to Hannah Bowers, the game's opening goal scorer. She kicks out to the Lakeland bench. It'll be a throw-in. There's Loza. Falls to the ground. We're going to see a free kick, however, for Lakeland. documented about Lakeland struggle defensively. Their leading goal scorer, however, is Alondra Reyes, number 7, coming in today with 5 goals. Next closest is 3 by Hannah Brock. However, both of them have been struggling to score throughout the entirety of conference play. There's a ball in the air. Let's see who controls it down on the ground first. It is right there by Fernandez. And I look to play it out defensively, and they can't do so, as Malone was trying to give it ahead of Fernandez. Fernandez was out of reach. So there's an opportunity here for Lakeland, which, considering how they play tactically, this could be one of the very few chances they have in this game. Foul there against Lakeland. It's going to be against the Cougars. A free kick here. This will come off the foot of number 22, Amy Heald. The 5'10" junior defenseman of Plano, Illinois. He swings it in, and it's going to be no trouble there for Salenzi.
Well, it looked like the plan there for Lakeland was Hill kicks it in and everyone crashes on the ball, but no one really did that. No Muskie was really in the vicinity when Salenzi scooped up that ball, so maybe a little miscommunication on what exactly the plan was, because I don't know where that one was going to go.
Here, Chancellor, the pass there to Brown, not on the right target. As Brown was cutting on her left, the pass went to the right of her, and result, a goal kick. As Rich boots it away. Here's Sims, her first touch of the game. Receiver. We've been seeing them play a lot down the right-hand side so far. And now Salenzi will take control of it. There appears to be a Cougar on the ground for the moment. It appears to be Brittany Chancellor, number 4, and she gets back up.
I hope Chancellor's okay. She makes her way to the sideline. Looks like Megan Wilkinson McQuaid will be set to come in to replace her. Able to walk there under her own power, so she'll get checked out by the medical staff. Two teams break up their huddles.
So you mentioned number 5, Megan Wilkinson McQuaid, comes on the pitch. The junior out of Georgetown, Kentucky, came in today as the tie leading goal scorer for the team with 2 goals. 1 in their season opening game against St. Mary's, Indiana, and a few weeks ago, last week, against Aurora. Simpson turning in control. It gives off there immediately to Falone, who now sprints up ahead. As they look to start another attack. Receiver keeps it in. Goes now on her left. Passes it to Brown. Brown, little shot. Having to make the effort, though, however, was Rich. She had to dive for the save.
Mentioned earlier, Loza had 5 shots in that St. Norbert's game, as did Allie Brown. 5 shots, played a full 90 in that game. She managed to get 4 of those shots on goal. None of them went in as the Cougars got blanked that game, but Brown, another one of those players who excuse me, Brown, another one of those players who you think is on the verge of getting something going coming into the season. 3 career goals, as she might have another chance here.
Loza in one-on-one and capitalizes it home. Betty Loza gives the Cougars their second goal of the game and her first of the year. It's all Cougars here in the opening 20 minutes. Cougars 2, the Muskies 0.
We'll get a replay going here. So it's about as much of a gimme as you can get from Meddy Loza, one-on-one with the goalie. She's able to drag Rich to that far right side of the net from Rich's perspective, leaving everything to her left wide open. All Loza had to do is place that little kick right to the left of Rich, and that one was as good as golden. So I said it earlier, Loza felt like she was on the verge of getting something last game with her 5 shots against the Green Knights, and she gets to start here today, and she capitalized on it. She's already got a goal in the first half of today's game.
So the Cougars tie already their season high in goals coming to today with 2 when they drew against St. Xavier already within 20 minutes. They have matched their season total in the game.
And Lakeland's strategy of, backing all the defenders up, parking the bus, as you like to say, Rafael, just isn't really paying off right now. The Cougars aren't having too many problems getting past the defense. So I'm not sure what adjustments Lakeland needs to make in this case, but their idea of just kind of creating this wall in front of the net of bodies just isn't paying off, as, again, the Cougars really aren't struggling all that much to get stuff going towards net.
If you look at their results, in 4 of their last 5 losses, they have allowed 3 goals or more, including 1 7-goal and 1 6-game, one game in which they allowed 6 goals. So it's been a real struggle for them since start of conference play. Sieber has a shot, however, just goes off the side of her foot. Here's Sims to pick it back up. Sieber. Defended right there by Brock. And the ball falls in the back of the net. Make it 3 now for the Cougars. How about that? We couldn't tell who it was right there. Appears the goal is going to come off from Allie Brown.
We got that replay coming up for you as well. Brown, a high arc on that ball. There's not much the 5-5 Rich could do on that one. That one went right over her head into the back of the net. So well-placed shot there from Brown. Again, like Loza, she was on the verge all game against St. Norbert this past Saturday. 5 shots, 4 of which were on goal. So Brown adds on to the list of Cougars getting their first goal of the year, make it number 4 in her career, number 1 on the season.
So the leading midfielder of the team now puts herself into the record books today with her first goal of the season. Cougars looking for the 4th one. Loza, shot. Bounces at a moment, however, controlled by Rich. A much needed save for her to bring her confidence up.
Well, Cougars, they're going to start piling everything they can on goal now. They see that open buffet table. They're going to try and keep taking from it. Everything they're putting on net, getting past Rich right now. And not that they're, easy shots she's letting in or anything, but they're just getting in good places for these kinds of shots. So they're going to try and keep the pressure up.
And no foul there. Sieber fell to the ground. However, the ref continues to play on. Much of the display of the Cougar fans. Lindsay. Oh, good pass right there by Lindsay. Falone. Whistle on the stoppage. Be a free kick. Coming into today, the Cougars as a team in their opening 7 games had 32 shots in the first half. They are only 3 away from reaching the halfway in that category, only within the opening 20 minutes. Shelton heaves it away. It's going to fall to Brown. Brown. Bounce. And it's going to fall right there. Haley said the ball had a long hang time. Haley will play it short. And the pass right there from Allison Sober-Keeler is on a play.
Coming to CUC, Coach Garza coming over from Northern Illinois University. Big proponent of possession-based soccer, and we're seeing that in full effect here today for the Cougars. As Lakeland's just having a hard time getting it over the 50 and getting any kind of quality chances against the Cougars' end. So Cougars doing a great job holding on to the ball, keeping up the offensive pressure, and not letting any of these Muskie defenders catch their breath.
Cougars have already had 14 shots, 8 of them already on target compared to the single one from the Muskies. So substitution just occurred for the Muskies, as coming on the pitch is Alondra Reyes for Gwen Manteful.
I don't know if that's where she meant to put it, but Floan putting that one on net as well as an easy grab for Rich. But again, they're just not allowing any breathing room for this Muskies defense. They are keeping their pedal on the metal, and keeping up getting those shot numbers up, getting those shots on goal. That's what's really counting here today.
Here comes Fernandez with her now. She has Wilkinson McQuaid right in front of her. Decides to pass it along to Brown. Read there defensively by Yonke.
I think that's really what Lakeland's trying to accomplish today, what we saw there with Yonke, where Cougars tried to pass that one in. Yonke's able to stop it just because of her positioning and then get the ball moving the other way. I think that's, what the idea of putting so many defenders in the end back third is for Lakeland, but plays like that one are just becoming less common.
Here we see Loza controls the ball down. And now, clear away for a throw-in right there by Rankell. Throw-in here coming off the two hands of Hannah Bowers. After the Seabrew, we've seen her a lot in the opening half down the right-hand side. Now cleared away right there, the Muskies bench. Another throw up coming for the Cougars. Along with that, a trio of substitutions for them.
Well, we got 4 substitutions, 3 of them in the field, but Cougars exchanging goalies now. So Salenzi's out. She's going to take her seat on the bench, leaving with 1 save. Meanwhile, freshman Brooke Sheriff entering the net for the Cougars. She's appeared in only 1 game, faced 2 shots, let 1 in, made the save on the other. So Cougars, they got themselves a 3-goal lead. Seem to be in good control of the game right now. They're going to give their senior netminder a rest, prevent any, injuries from happening to her for games later in the season. And Coach Garza is going to get a look at one of his freshman goalies. We'll see there are 2 freshman goalies on this Cougars roster along with Alani Burnell. So you'll get a look at Sheriff right now, and then who knows, maybe we'll see another goalie change down the road.
So Sheriff, the freshman out of Simi Valley, California, gets some bad boy experience right here in the opening half. And the 4th substitution of the game for the Cougars happens. As Sims comes off, and in for her, number 9, Pamela Saldivar. Here comes Lakeland, trying to put themselves on the board for the first time today. They have an opportunity right here, and coming out of her net for the first time is the freshman Sheriff.
In the match for CUC, number 9, Pamela Saldivar.
Here comes Lakeland again. This time, number 11, Hannah Brock. Looking to find someone. Now does. However, well read defensively by Megan Shelton. There we go to McQuaid. She has it now. She has Fernandez on her left. She's going to give it off instead to Falkenstern. And the pass is out of her reach.
There's a good look there for the Cougars. I think Falkenstern had a little trouble getting her feet under her as we saw her, take a couple jab steps almost to try and get good positioning for that ball. Just couldn't do it in time for it. Roll it out of bounds. But good look there from the Cougars as they maintain this offensive pressure.
And they're going to continue to have possession. The Cougars, Hernandez. Give it off right there. Sheldon who boots it right into the foot right there. Cassell. Now Fernandez. Now what Fernandez is going to do it, but she has space. She's going to cut back inside. And trying to pass it in. It went past both Brown and the Muskie defender right there. It's going to end up right there for Rich.
Well, Fernandez looking to get something going there offensively. She's put up, well, she hasn't put up numbers this year, but she's put up really good defensive performances is what I was trying to say there, locking down usually the opponent's top player and, doing a great job of it, but seeing the chance there to add some offensive numbers to her game this year. Still looking for her first goal and assist on the year. 2 shots so far, and one of them on net on the season. But Fernandez kind of in a area she's not usually found at.
Substitution coming on for the Muskies. Off the pitch goes number 22, Amy Heald. And on it to be number 6, Jaden Koski. She's going to sell. Pass right there. Paulson. Try to cross it in. Tries to have a shot instead. That's going to be a save right there. Make that save. Number 6 of the day for Haley Rich.
There's going to be a tough angle there for Paulson to try and get something going. Wilkinson McQuaid was right behind Rich to her right. So if Paulson could get that around Rich to the right of Rich's body, McQuaid probably would have been able to get a header or get a, her chest or something onto it to get into the back of the net. But not a bad idea from Paulson, just a really tough angle to play.
Handball right there against the Muskies. And number 17, the freshman Allison Solberg Keeler right there. So Shelton will deliver the free kick. There appear to be 5 or 6 Cougars inside 18-yard box. And the ball falls off the foot there of Rich. Cleared away at the moment. Brown trying to establish control of it and has a shot. However, with not much power to it.
Good chance there from the Cougars. That ball took a bounce off Rich, escaped to her right a little bit. If the Cougars had someone streaking in from that side, they might have been able to get a piece of that rebound, but they were loading up to Rich's left, so instead that one stays out of the net.
Throw in here. Bauer tries to clear it. It falls right through there, deflected by a Lakeland defender, and now here comes Paulson. 21 Juliana Paulson. Streaking across the middle now. From the right-hand side of the middle. And now has a decision to make. Will she go all the way? And is stood up right there by 3 defenders for Lakeland. Fernandez regains possession back. They'll still have it here after Yankee cleared away, but right into the feet there of Shelton. Fernandez. Once again, several times out the opening half, we've seen the senior, number 3, Riley Yankee, making plays defensively.
I think back on that initial entry from Paulson, waited a little too long to make a decision. She had some open space for a little bit before she ran into the Lakeland defenders, so she decided to kick it towards the net or maybe dish it to another player a little earlier. We would have seen a different result in that play. Instead, she drove it right into the 3 Muskies waiting for her, which, again, is what the Muskies are wanting to do with so many bodies down in that bottom third. But Paulson had a chance to get something going, just maybe waited a little too long to make a decision.
The biggest problem right now for the Muskies, yes, it's working right now. The problem is they're already down 3-0 with still 15 minutes left here in the opening half. Lakeland trying to put one back. Shanna Brock got past Bowers, but it's nearly 4 defenders right near her compared just to only herself. However, Muskies still retain possession. They do in the midfield. Catarino gives it off right there. Reyes And now, Kowski trying to win the race to Hernandez. Can't do so. As we see both Hernandez and Brown coming off the pitch. And coming in for both of them is number 22, Katana Watson, and number 26, Sophie Valls. So he gets control of it. He's going to fall right there to Yankee. And it finds right there Reyes, who controls it down now. Try to pass her to the Bry. However, she regains the ball back. Fighting against two defenders. Can't do so. Concern. Alice down the wing. Look at McQuaid. Ball concern calling for it. And defensively, well done right there by Ellie Raw. Right there. Challenging the Bowers. Watson. He's right there by the two defenders right there. Keeler and Hakowski. There goes Lakeland. Well done defensively there. Look at McQuaid. That was all in the throw-in. Running to the feet there of the head coach, Heather Robert. That's coming off the pitch, Marlon Reyes, and coming on for her, and number 13, Amanda Hinos. McQuaid controls it down and poked away right there. Throw it. So McQuaid trying to get there. He does. However, last came off of her foot. Or I should say off of the foot of the Lakeland defender. It'll be a corner upcoming. Or throw, I should say. It's there. It's McQuaid. Couldn't get the shot away. Another throw, and Cougars dominating the opening half. They've already had 16 shots in this game. That's already half of what they had the entire season coming into today. They can make it 4 right here. A 4th goal save there by Rich. There's a shot right there from the near post.
Well, Cougars doing a great job just, staying on the Muskies defense, keeping the pressure on, always putting something towards the net regularly. That was kind of their problem in previous games, is they'd always kind of go these droughts where, they never really had any chances on goal for a while, and then, they'd get some short spurts here and there, but today's just been a fluid, constant rhythm of shots and pressure on the Muskies goal, and that really doesn't help out the defense. They got to stay on their toes. They can't get any kind of breaks or rest. So good job for the Cougars offense coming into today and really keeping it on the Muskies defense to keep playing well, because eventually they're going to break and you're going to get a couple of opportunity to score like the Cougars have 3 times today.
Substitution. Madeline Georgopoulos comes in for number 2, Hannah Bowers, who was the game's opening goal scorer. who scored at the 5:58 mark here in the opening half, which has then led to a Cougars 3-0 lead. So they are on track to potentially win their first, not only the first conference game, but the first game of the year, and the first win for head coach Eddie Garza.
Well, there's still a long ways to go. A little over a half of soccer left to play here today, and Lakeland, they've obviously flashed some goal-scoring capabilities, especially earlier in the season. So you really can't count them out until, that last buzzer goes off. But Cougars definitely right where they want to be. If they can add even another goal on before they head to the halftime break, that's going to make things even better for the Maroon and Gold.
Ball finds the foot there of Gasol. However, it's going to be all stopped there as Shellen just body slammed right the Husky defender. Husky. Pass right there. Catarino. Defender from behind right there. Nice Olivar. Good defensive play right there by Paulson. Then cleared away by Keeler. Now she's going to defend again. This time Watson lays it off right there. Olivar cleared away. Now Shelton, what is she going to do with it? And she'll clear it away. However, it's going to go for a throw-in for Lakeland inside the defensive third of the Cougars. We've seen several times Lakeland been able to attack into the attacking third. However, they usually only have 2 or 3 players within the final third. And because of that, it all becomes a numbers game between the 4 to 5 defenders you usually see the Cougars have right there, compared to just the 2 or 3 attackers of the Muskies.
Well, with just about 6 minutes left to go in the first half, I think what Lakeland really wants to see and what head coach Roberto really wants to see is just her team get something going offensively. Not even necessarily a goal, even though that would, of course, be great to cut this lead down to 2 before halftime. But just show that you can get shots on goal. You can get shots, period. You can generate some kind of offense, because they haven't had any of that so far in today's first half, outside of one shot, which did end up going on goal. But they can get any kind of offensive momentum here, goal or not. That's going to be a huge plus for this team heading into the halftime break.
Jampa's let it out of play, and she'll throw it in. So far, Lakeland with just one shot so far throughout the entire opening half. And I'm going to throw it. It's going to go kick, I should say. Cougars came into the day and only scored 5 goals. 4 goals coming into the day. 1 goal away from tying the season total. We still have 4 or 5 plus minutes left in this one. Good job there defensively. Michael Ladowski makes a defender miss.
Move there by Ladowski. Man, putting our players on skates there.
She's trying to go all the way with it. Does a good enough job. It's going to result in a corner. So fair play to her.
Great effort there by Gladowski. Didn't end up getting the goal or assist out of it, but man, she comes running into the zone. Great speed, making defenders miss out there. And now she's going to give her team a good chance to generate even more offense here with the corner kick. But we see Gladowski all the way back near middle pitch now, staying on the 45-yard line. But credit to her. She's got her team in a great position to add goal number 4 now.
The corner is going to come off of the foot of number 9, Pamela Saldivar. And it falls right there at the shin right there, Cassell. However, Opportunity for Watson, not close enough.
It was kind of like that one goal we saw from a corner kick earlier in the game. That was the first one by Hannah Bowers, where that ball, I mean, it wasn't as extreme as that first goal, but that ball spent a decent amount of time deep in Lakeland's own third in front of the box, in the box even. And luckily this one didn't end as bad for Lakeland as it did on that first goal, but still good pressure from the Cougars as there's a Muskie now struggling to get up.
The Muskie got hit right there in the foot by number 19, Cara Diaz.
There's Hannah Brock, sophomore midfielder. So brushes herself off, back at it. Just took a look like Diaz got a piece of Brock's shins there.
Under 5 minutes to go. Here's Diaz again with it. Glenn trying to control it. They kick it away. Brock trying to get there. We'll get there in time. Glasgow gets there. Right near the Cougar bench. You're going to say a throw in. Our favorite Lakeland. And put it away. Right there, Shelton. Lakeland trying to put one on the board for the end of the half. However, they're going to get stopped right here. Now Gazelle controls it down. Through ball, Watson in on the keeper. One-on-one, Katana Watson just misses the net right there. Near opportunity to make it 4. As she shot it right there on her right foot, shooting it in the near post, just a few inches wide.
Watson looking for her first of the season, second of her career there. I think she had a little bit more time to take that one in. She shot that one from pretty far out, though she might get another chance here. Never mind if she sends that one out of bounds, but I want to say nerves got the better of her there, but I think she had a little bit more time to get closer to the goal before she had to send it off.
It was the first clear chance in a while that the Cougars had since the beginning part of the opening half. As now they had 20 shots in the opening half as we are nearly close to halftime. And Gazelle kicks it away. Right at the Cougar bench, a throw in. And that will pretty much put the first half in the books. And with that, the first half comes to a close here in River Forest. However, the Cougars have an impressive 3-0 lead at halftime over the Muskies of Lakeland University. 45 minutes is all that separates the Cougars and head coach Eddie Garza for their first win of the year. We'll find out for the next 45 minutes if they can keep the 3-0 lead.
Concordia University Chicago is a Christ-centered Lutheran university where truth, freedom, and vocation form students for lives of influence and service for the common good. Our university offers a wide variety of undergraduate and graduate degree options that are available in person and online. That means we have a program designed for you. Whether you're a high school student, an adult returning to complete your degree, or someone looking to enhance your credentials and prepare for career growth. As a member of this university community, you'll also find support in your spiritual and personal life so you can grow in the faith and discover ways to serve others. To start your next journey with us, visit cuchicago.edu today.
We welcome you back to Perforce for the start of the second half as the Cougars from Concordia, Chicago are up 3-0 on the Muskies of Lakeland University. And to pretty much put it, Peter, it has been a domination first half for the Cougars.
Well, it's not only in the goal-scoring category. You look at offense as a whole. Cougars, 20 shots on the game. That's too short of their season high already, which they set last game against St. Norbert's College with 22. 11 of those 20 shots have found their way on goal. Meanwhile, Lakeland, only one shot, which was a shot on goal so far today. But they are struggling to get anything going consistently offensively. And we got a couple other pointers for you in terms of the Cougars' goal output. First time this season, the Cougars have scored 3 goals. It was the first time they've done that since October 13th in 2021. That was a 3-0 victory over Alverno. They also did it again September 18th in 2021. That was against Edgewood, also a 3-0 win for the Cougars. Last time the Cougars scored 4 goals back on April 11th, 2021, which was the 2020 season officially because of COVID screwing everything up a little. So that game they beat Ripon College 4-1. Cougars, they're going to look to match that total. They got a whole half to do so right now.
Second half has already commenced. Lakeland in the navy blue this time, going from right to left. Cougars from left to right. And here comes Jamie Sieber with it. And try to whip a ball in right there to Gazelle. It falls right there to the netminder. Both teams came into the day winless in conference, and then from the Cougar side of things, winless on the year. Them and head coach Eddie Garza in his first year. There's a ball whipped in. It's clear right there by Bowers. Brown passes it along the Falone, and she's going to leave it right there for Sieber. Here comes Sieber. It's going to fall to there to Loza. Loza tries to cut in, passes it on her left. Read there by Yankee. Here.
Interested to see in the second half what kind of the goal is for the Cougars. 3-0. Obviously, you can't let up on the gas, let Lakeland sniff anything close to a comeback, but you have enough playing room to maybe try some different things out, put some new personnel out on the field. So with that 3-goal lead, I'm interested to see what Coach Garza decides to pull out of his bag of tricks and maybe test for later in the season when we really get to that stretch of games that really matter come playoff time.
So there was a chance right there for the Muskies. The defender right there, Gwen Mantafo right there, she had an opportunity to put the ball on net, however, went off the side of her foot. Throw in here. Siebert, and she tried to head it back in. However, it's going to go out. We documented at the beginning of the game the struggles Lakeland have had defensively as of late, losing 5 consecutive games, including giving up 2 goals or more in each of those games while only scoring 1 in that span. Throw in right there. Opportunity for Lightfoot, and Reyes lost possession right there, lost the balance of her foot. However, she gets it right back. And there's going to be a free kick after a foul there against Concordia. So into kick right here will be number 23, Faith Turley. Boots it up right there, and it's going to be corralled right there by the freshman goalkeeper, Brooke Sheriff. So we're right there. Loza looks up in the ball. However, it just gets by slam right there by Turley. Here comes Allie Brown trying to get the 4th goal of the game for the Cougars. Doesn't there. And near opportunity right there for Wilkinson McQuaid. That would have been the 4th goal right there for the Cougars, and it would have been McQuaid's 3rd on the year.
Well, good shot, good pass from Allie Brown, whatever you want to call that. I think she would have been fine with either of them. If Wilkinson McQuaid is maybe a step or two ahead of where she already was, probably could have corralled that one into the corner of the net. So good offense generation from Allie Brown. Unfortunately, Wilkinson McQuaid just a step behind goal number 4 of the day.
Brown. Ball hits her foot. Loza. Good move right there by Loza. She's still going to have it. Falone's going to take it from here. Immediately just leaves it right there for Sieber. Now here comes number 7, Linda Reyes, the leading goal scorer for Lakeland. She's stopped right there in her tracks there by Falone. And they're going to go to foul right there on Sieber. Falone, she got trapped right there. Loza looking to find someone to pass it off to. Does so. Sieber, a 3-on-2 opportunity. And I still have it here. Opportunity. Gassel. He's going to cross it in. And it's going to be controlled right there by Turley. And she'll kick it out of play. So good job right there by Turley, number 23. Eliminating the 3-on-2 opportunity. Good move right there from Reyes. Now Falone trying to get it out on her own. Has to pass it back. Sims. Falone on the far side of the left-hand side of the field. Wilkinson McQuaid trying to get there in time. However, Yankee will be the first one to get there, and she'll just leave it out of play for a goal kick. Kick here. Let me throw, I should say. Chancellor. Right here, Wilkinson McQuaid. Too much touch right there. She was trying to move the ball from her right to left foot. And because of that, an elliptical kick.
Well, it hasn't resulted in another goal yet, but Cougars doing a good job keeping up the offensive play here in the second half. We'll look at their shots so far. In the second half, they've added on one more, was not on net, however, but we saw a chance earlier from Allie Brown to Wilkinson McQuaid as there's a Muskie down on the field holding her knee. We're going to stoppage to make sure she's okay, as the training staff's going to have to come out here. But during this break, do want to remind Cougar fans that you can head over to cucougars.com, find all kinds of information about your favorite Concordia teams, like the women's soccer team here at CUC. All you got to do is click on sports, whichever team it is you're looking for, and you can find everything from rosters, schedule, stats, and more. Once again, all you have to do is go to cucougars.com.
Currently on the ground is number 11 for Lakeland, Hannah Brock. We'll take a quick break and we'll resume. Back with a quick timeout. Trending lead still for the Cougars. As the Lakeland player that was hers, I mentioned Hannah Brock. She did walk off on her own power. And coming into the game for her is number 20, Ellie Raw. And after getting hit right there with the ball and on the ground, their Lakeland defender. All right, we're getting back up. It appeared it was Riley Yankee who was down on the ground. Now she gets back up. It's going to be a drop kick right here. Brown now in control. Passes it to Wilkinson McQuaid. McQuaid tries to cross it in right there. Hit the foot right there with the defender Keeler. That'll be another corner kick here for the Cougars, their first of the half.
Well, you could almost, though that last one just looked like a accidental ball to the face, but Lakeland's defense is playing a lot this game. They haven't spent a lot of time down in the Cougars' end of the pitch, so these players are getting tired. They're getting worn down. They've just been playing a lot of soccer so far.
Swinging corner, and it's going to header, and it's in. Goal number 4 for the Cougars. It's all Cougars here today, and it's 4-0 after the beautiful swinging cross. It finds the head of the Cougar.
So that was Jordan Gosell, unless we hear differently, getting up there for the header. Yep, Jordan Gosell gets the official goal. Goal number 1 on the year. Goal number 1 as a Cougar. She was a Monmouth transfer this year after appearing in 55 games for the Scots. Took her into game number 8 as a Cougar to find her first goal, but that one could not have come any easier off the corner kick. Gosell, a 5'8" senior out of Antioch, Illinois, able to get up there, get a piece of that one, put it in the back of the net.
There we go right there, assisted right there by number 10, Mendoza. So she is responsible for both scoring a goal and assisting a goal in this game. Her and Allie Brown both will go and assist.
Well, Lakeland coming down the other side, firing, get a nice cross there. Maybe able to put that in the back of the net if they had a couple players a little bit more forward. Instead, it'll be a goal kick for Sheriff. But good response immediately from Lakeland to try and get some kind of offensive pressure here as they got another one on net.
Save right there by Sheriff. Of course, she's currently in net right now after head coach Eddie Garza decided to put Cassie Lindsay on the bench as they were up 3-0 at the time. So he figured to give his freshman netminder some game time experience. There's low, she's already had herself a whale of a game. Throw in here. It's going to be thrown in by Sims. Sims is going to throw it in. Loza controls it down. Loza wins possession back for the Cougars. Got past one defender. Past Kiefler. They had a back pedal and lost control. A whistle, and Lakeland will take the possession. Coming into the day, Lakeland in conference have been outscored 18-1. At the moment, that would now be 22-1 as their struggles in conference continue. And we'll get to McQuaid. Here's Reyes. Trying to make something out of nothing. Does so. To the Marlon Reyes. Reyes. Got past Falone. Howard Falone. Good job backpedaling. Because of that, they're going to play it right at the midfield with Keitler. Turley. Ball found the foot right there of Reyes. And now, there's a shot. Not from a good angle. It was a low diving shot. They're going to say it was blocked on the way through, so it's got to be a corner here for Lakeland. They're first of the game, and here we go. Maybe they could get on the board right here.
I was just going to mention good pressure from Megan Shelton to give that bad shot angle to Gwen Mantefol. The referees are saying Shelton got a piece of it as it was heading out of bounds. So you can see Sheriff and net as Bauer's able to take that one out the net successfully. Sheriff was holding her hand up to the sun. The sun's, I think, causing some havoc down on that end of the field for the Cougars. You can see how long the shadows are right now. So any corner kick from the near side of the field might cause some problems for some Cougars defenders.
There's opportunity here. It's either going to go to Sieber. Actually, it might go to Brown here. Brown can get past right there. Yankee, as there was 3 Cougars right there. Her, alongside with Sieber and Loza, trying to get the ball at the end, though. It all fell for the senior defensive player. Comes Mantefol. She lost possession right there. She was trying to stop him from going out of play and accidentally did. Loza. Oh, good header there by Cassell. It's going to be cleared out. Throw in. Now should I throw it into Loza. So ricocheted off the body right there of number 23, Vic Turtley. So Bowers have another chance to throw it in. Throws it short there to Loza. Short there to Bowers. Cross it in. And it's going to be cleared away there. It's going to go out of play and up for a corner. We saw what happened last time when the Cougars had the corner. They capitalized on it. Going to make it back to back. Loza will take it again. This time it's going to be an in-swinging corner. And it's going to be a foul right there and a push-off. So that ends the opportunity right there for the Cougars to potentially score back-to-back free goals on the corner. Turley gets his back on the way, boots it away. Bowers right there, strong header. Comes Reyes, who then just leaves it off right there for Heald. Fernandez clears it away as we'll get to McQuaid. Can't get there in time for it to not fall out of play. Foul right there. As Hernandez was brought down on the ground right there by Reyes. She's having a talk with the ref. And they're going to book her for yellow. She committed the foul against Fernandez. So we're under 30 minutes left in the second half. Going to McQuaid. It's going to get cleared away for a second. However, running towards it, Sims. It's going to be a throw in. Salenzi grabbed it. Right there, Brown trying to get there. However, couldn't get there first. And time right there was Catanero. Substitutions come on here for the Cougars.
The Cougars officially set their new season best for shots in a game with 23. As we see another goalie change here for the Cougars. So after 38 minutes in net, Brooke Sheriff leaves the game with 1 save, and making her CUC debut is fellow freshman Alani Burnell out of Riverside, California. So getting her first action of the year on the field. So we got about 26 minutes left in the game. So Coach Garza seeing what he's got in his 2 freshman goalies behind the senior Salenzi. His team is comfortably up by 4 right now. And this corner kick, maybe have a chance to add number 5 as well.
Third corner for them in the second half. Bowers will deliver it. There's currently 6 Cougars inside 18-yard box. Low corner right there from Bowers. That's going to clear it away. Sims, however, going to lay it off right there to Bowers and just an inch or 2 away from her.
Well, it feels like everything Coach Garza has been preaching so far this year and trying to get the Cougars to do is finally coming to fruition in this game. Long possession, multiple chances at net in a row rather than just kind of spurts here and there of offense. Just keeping the defense on their heels the whole time. Not letting them have any breathing room, and because of that, his team's got 4 goals now.
More substitutions for the Cougars. Sims and Bowers go off. So Grace Glowski, number 8, comes in, along with number 9, Pamela Aldivar. Miscommunication right there between the Cougars defensively. Who's going to take control of the ball? That's going to allow Lakeland right here. Reyes. The ball right past her. Brown. Going to kick it away. And Shelton again. This time hit the foot of Reyes. Now they finally get it away. Past the midfield into. They're heading towards the final third. Fernandez now has it. In open space. Moving up ahead. He's got it out there to Paulson, however, bounces off of her body. Below now. Paulson trying to get there in time. Won't do so, however, it'll be a throw for the Cougars. As we are approaching at 25 minutes and less here in the second half. As the Cougars have just dominated this game in all facets. 23 shots compared to 4 for Lakeland. And 13 of them on net. Reyes in space. However, she finds 4 right there. Marlon Reyes to the Reyes connection right there between the sisters. All right, ball's going to get cleared out defensively. Paulson just gets bullied right there physically by Ellie Raw. Heard there, the pass from Catarino went to no one near the side. Brown and Gazelle go off. Georgopoulos comes on. Along with Sophie Velez. There's Watson. Got pushed to the ground right there. It's still going to stay pure possession on a throw-in. And they're going to let it roll out of play. Turn right here. Here's Klonowski. Ball's going to find a play off the foot there of Falkenstern. Here's Ray trying to make something work. Ball hits the back of the foot right there of Catarino. So now Cougars again. Falone cuts it back. Pass it through ball. Paulson had the right deal in mind. However, the pass was not accurate enough to Paulson.
Cougars done a good job of that all day, passing through the defense. They'd probably have a couple more goals on the board if these passes were a little tighter, if their players were maybe a couple steps ahead of where they are when the passes happen. But they've had no trouble really finding those open passing lanes against Lakeland's defense.
Walton trying to use her pace down the side. However, ball went out of play. So a goal kick. Cougars are 9 shots away from tying what would be their season total in shots in the opening 7 games. And with a little over 20 minutes left, so maybe a long shot, but it can still happen. Ball's going to land there to Paulson. However, Raw right there. Not going to allow that to happen. It's there. Ball's going to bounce right there. Klonowski. Blocked right there. Matful. It'll be a corner. This time Watson will take it. Watson delivers it in. Went to Paulson first. Decided that shot got blocked right there. The shot right there. Attempt from Shelton. Another shot. It's going to go out of play. She missed it right there. So the shot went to the left. Her first shot was initially blocked right there on the side of the face, it appeared, by Gwen Matiful.
Into the match for Lakeland, number 13, Amanda Hymos.
Back into the game for Lakeland, number 13, Amanda Hymos. She appeared earlier in the first half, makes her first appearance in the second half. Jump there by Valles. Quick throw in by her. Fernandez has space and timing, gets it off there. Saldivar. Kladowski. Paulson. She tried to cut it upfield. However, a heavy touch from her is not going to allow that to happen. However, she tries to win the ball back. She does, though. She's going to leave it right there to Fernandez. Watson right there. She was trying to get the ball instead, taken away by Turnley.
Well, there's a nice pickup, nice takeaway by the Lakeland defense there. The problem is because they have so many defenders in the back, they just have no one to send it to upfield. So even when they get nice picks like that and get those turnovers, they just can't really send anything up the other way quick in transition. They just don't have enough bodies up front.
Falone It's up there to Paulson. Can Paulson get there in time? She does. Now gives it up to Watson. Falone tries to kick it in the box. Got blocked right there. She recovers the ball again. Passes it. And a shot attempt right there goes wide. Off the foot right there of Georgopoulos. With under 20 minutes left in this game for Lakeland after today, they will come back home to their home field, Taylor Field, on the 1st of October against Benedictine, followed by a 2-game road stand against Wisconsin Lutheran and Rockford University.
Well, for the Cougars in that category, their next game will be at the Milwaukee School of Engineering. That'll be this Saturday, October 1st, officially spooky season. But whenever the Cougars are home, you can be sure to catch the broadcast of those games at our YouTube channel, CUC Sports. Also find all kinds of digital content there, like interviews and all of our broadcasts. Now, for just $5 a month, just $5, you can become a channel member and receive exclusive access to content and the ability to participate in live chats during the broadcast. All you have to do is go to our YouTube channel, CUC Sports, click the join button, and you can become a member for just $5. But if you don't want to become a member at the time, that's all right. You can still donate to the CUC Athletic Communications Department to continue to improve broadcasts like the one you're watching. All you got to do is click the thank button on any video, and no matter what we do, just know that we sincerely appreciate all of your support.
Hernandez. Georgopoulos gives it off right there. All concerned. Stops. And now looks ahead. However, before making a decision to pass it right there, got taken away. Taken back, however, by the Cougars. Seldenvar. Paulson. She was trying to find Watson. However, Watson cut back to the bomb right there to the right, rather than continuing cutting across the middle. Here's Watson. It's going to be a free kick for Lakeland as the ball last hit the shin guards of Watson. "15 minutes is all that separates the Cougars now from their first win of the year, as they jumped off early on to a 3-0 lead in the opening half, thanks to goals by Hannah Bowers, Medilosa, and Allie Brown. And then their last goal here in the second half, their only goal at this point, by Jordan Gasell. Here comes a free kick. Milton heaves it away. It's going to fall right there to the chest. Catarino then clears it out. Sheldon, however, wins possession back. She's going to give a through ball right there to Watson. However, stop in their tracks was Turley. Diaz. Salavar, who gives it right ahead from one side of the field to the other. Kowski. Paulson. Paulson got past one defender. He's going to leave it off right there. The Vals. Watson. Tries to play it into the box. However, it's going to fall in the end for a goal kick. As the ball ricocheted up her foot.
Into the match for Lakeland, number 14,
Connor Diaz re-enters into the game for the first time since the midway point of the opening half, in which he originally was on the pitch for 4 minutes at the time. Watson. Good job there by Watson to stop right there the tracks of Raw. Throw in here. Throw in Cougars. Coming into the day, they had their previous high of 22 shots as the ball right there ricocheted off the face of Falkenstern, and she is down. That's not a good sight to see.
Gee, that was a point-blank shot to the face from Falkenstern. So medical staff going to come out, make sure the senior's doing all right.
We'll take a quick break and hope that Falkenstern is okay. We are back, and thankfully, Paige Falkenstern, number 7, is walking off the pitch after the ball ricocheted off her face. As coming in for her, however, is Brooke Sheriff. Earlier in the game, she was a netminder. Now she's on the field wearing number 11.
And Coach Garza seeing what one of his freshman keepers can do out in the field. There's a good way to get on your coach's good side is to show that you're multi-talented, can do more than one thing. So see what he's got with one of his netminders now wearing white.
Here's Diaz, pass her to Watson. Try to cross it in potentially here, the Sheriff. Got past one, got dragged to the ground, and it's gonna fall for a penalty.
Tana Watson's just such a physical player. She has no qualms about engaging with other players contact-wise, and sometimes it leads to fouls on her part, but other times like this, she's able to draw the foul and get a pristine scoring chance now for the Cougars. But that's what you get when you're just so physical out there.
Cougars here could make it their 5th goal of the game. And they're going to rely on that 5th goal to come from Pamela Saldivar. One-on-one. Saldivar against Rich. From 18 yards out, Saldivar converts. Making number 5 of the day for the Cougars.
Well, first career goal for the freshman Saldivar. Taking full advantage of the foul against Watson. So also credit Katana Watson on that, setting up that goal. Having no problems about going out there and being physical. But goal number 5 now on the day for the Cougars. It's the most goals they've scored in a single game since October 9th, 2019. That was a 10-0 win over Alverno. Don't know if they can score another 5 and under the 10 minutes we have here, just about, but hey, you never know.
Watson got past the 2 defenders. Thinks about it and falls to the ground with both her and then there's defender right there. Number 20, Ellie Ross. Watson was wanting another penalty.
Well, like I said, Watson, no problems going down, getting that physical contact with other players, trying to draw something out of it. Thought she had another penalty kick lined up for her team there again, but instead this one goes Lakeland's way.
Here's Vallis. Watson. And it's going to go out of play. Cougars 3 shots away now from tying what was the season total coming into the day, and with 10 minutes left. It's achievable. They came into the day in addition to that, having only scored 4 goals on 72 attempts. And here today, they have converted 5 goals in 29 attempts. Really 1 every 6 attempts. So the bar. Diaz. Open down the wing. Be a throw in here. Currently for a throw in Ariana Rodriguez, the freshman. Try to cross it in. Diaz. Bella Vallis. Rodriguez heads it. He's going to go in for a throw in. Good job there sticking the layout. There's Vallis. Be another corner kick. Be the 7th corner of the day for the Cougars. Is there a 6th goal upcoming? And Watson. Questionable kick right there. She tried to almost like toe poke it into the box, and instead it hit the side of the net. And it's going to be a goal kick. Good header there by Rodriguez. Watson will try to keep it in the play. Can't do so. Throw in here for Lakeland as we are well within less than 10 minutes in today's picture. As the Cougars will improve their conference record, barring a collapse, to 1 win with 3 losses and a draw to their record. As Lakeland will continue to remain winless in conference. There's Rich getting pressured right there by Watson and Sheriff. Rodriguez coming up and applying the pressure right there. That's Malone. Good pass there to Watson. Now Watson talked about how physical she is, and she dragged down the ground Bianchi in a foul. For Lakeland, this will be their 6th consecutive loss after such a promising start to the year, winning 3 out of their first 4 games. They have now run into a rough patch throughout the past month. Here's Diaz. Can she get there in time? She cannot. On the through ball attempt there by Valles.
Sometimes all it takes is one good game to turn your season around, turn the momentum around. We've seen that with CUC today, or hopefully we'll see that. They got a big game here, big win against Lakeland, and then hopefully they can keep that momentum going against MSOE and the schedule past that. But Lakeland, they're just waiting for that one game. They get something going, and then hopefully they can turn it into a bit of a run. We're not that far enough into conference play yet where, your season's pretty much decided at this point, but within a couple of games, that's when if you got to go on a run, if you're going to go on a run.
If they are going on a run starting today, the Cougars, today was the perfect day to take advantage of it. Rodriguez throws it in. Cleared away right there by the senior out of Howard's Grove, Wisconsin, Riley Yankee.
The Cougars, they do still have a lot of some of the top talent in the NAC left to go this year. Dominican to finish out the season. Right before Dominican is CUW. They're currently ranked 3rd in the conference.
Good shot right there by Saldivar. Had some power along with that accuracy, and it went right into the stomach right there.
MSOE, they're ranked 4th right now. That's next up on the docket for the Cougars. IIT, they're always a solid program. They'll be here in River Forest October 19th. So schedule does not get any easier past today for the Cougars. So good job by Eddie Garza and his squad to hopefully pick up a little momentum against the Muskies and then really head into those tough games strong.
Lakeland trying to avoid getting clean sheet for what would be the 4th consecutive game in a row, and 5 out of the last 6 as they've been held scoreless in all of their previous 6 losses except 1. Comes Valles. We'll get to McQuaid. The corner flag. Ball hits the body right there of Yankee, the corner.
Corner kick, CUC.
Saldivar will take it. The freshman who just scored the 5th goal of the game for the Cougars off the penalty.
Well, corners, another big improvement for the Cougars today, averaging just over 1.7 coming in today. They already got 7 so far, make this number 8. That one doesn't go anywhere. But a lot of the areas they needed to show signs of improvement on, they've done so far today.
Yeah, having a shot on her right foot, and it just goes just a bit wide of the side of the net. Got a tough angle on her right foot.
Diaz looking for career goal number 1 as well. Would have joined a couple Cougars getting that done. Hannah Bauer scored her first career goal today, as did Pamela Saldivar. Meanwhile, Jordan Gosell scored her first in the maroon and gold after transferring from Monmouth College. And Medi Loza and Allie Brown both scored their first of the season. So a lot of firsts so far in this game for the Cougars.
Under a minute left here in River Forest. Lakeland trying to have one more opportunity and potentially not get shut out. Okay, got a play right there by Glenoski. Cleared away right there by Diaz. As the Cougars of Concordia, Chicago are just moments away picking up their first win of the year, and they have done so in dominating fashion here in River Forest. And not only that, head coach Eddie Garza gets his long-awaited opening win as the head coach of the Cougars.
Well, good game all around from the Cougars. 31 shots on net. I meant to say, man, that's a lot of shots for the other team to face. 15 of those went on goal, 8 corners, so good job getting that ball deep into Lakeland's end and then getting a chance out of it. But lots of first career goals, first season goals today.
Concordia University Chicago is a
win on the year. The senior only played in 24 minutes, but she'll still get the win under her name. All 3 goalies on the Cougars roster got looks at as well, with Brooke Sheriff and Alani Burnell coming out on the field to get some playing time too. But just an all-around good, complete effort from the Cougars. Hopefully this 5-0 win will give them a little bit of confidence as they head into the middle of conference play.
It'll be interesting to see if they can keep the performance upcoming on Saturday against Milwaukee School of Engineering. From everyone here in River Forest and the entire production crew here at CUC, for Peter Barkowski, this is Rafael Gonzalez saying so long, and as always, go Cougars.
Thank you so much for tuning in to today's Concordia University Chicago Cougars Athletics broadcast. We hope to see you on campus very soon. If you would like to learn more about what Concordia Chicago has to offer, go to cuchicago.edu.